Welcome. In this video we're going to look at how you add and edit customers within the Evolution admin screen. So let's get straight into it. We need to click on the menu button to start with and then go Customer Manager. And this is going to throw up a list of all the customers registered on the store. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to add a new customer, and then we're going to add all the other things associated with that customer, like additional users, addresses, cost centers and things like that. So we click on the Add a New Customer button, and then we fill in the form. So let me just put some dummy information in here. And a dummy password. And some additional address information. Very, very important that you get this field right, the country code field. Sounds really trivial and straightforward, but if you don't select the right country code and your payment methods and your delivery methods are set up against another country code, then it will cause all sorts of problems on the front end. So, sounds trivial, make sure you select UK. For Irish customers, make sure you select Ireland. Telephone. Payment type, so credit card or credit account. We are going to select, for the sake of this demonstration, that this will be an account customer, and what that means is any orders placed by this customer on the front end will be charged to their credit account. VAT override, that really applies to charities and some companies in Ireland as well. So if that's set to yes, then it will not charge any VAT for that customer. So we'll leave that set to no. Affiliate, leave that set to no for standard customers. If you want to understand what that affiliate field means, then check out the Affiliate Manager video, and that's got full details of how that works. Account enable is ticked, and receive newsletter is set to active. Now, what that means is when you send email marketing campaigns from the admin screen, then your or this particular customer will get picked up within that list of recipients. And then the last field here is the back office account number. So if you're a Pulse or a Prima or a Vision or a Horizon or any of the sort of industry specific back office systems, if you use any of those types of systems, if you put the customer's account number in this field and you've licensed our EvoLink product, then we can drop orders into the back office system, into that customer's account in the back office system. We also have the ability with some back office providers to do two-way integration, which means we can suck the pricing and the customers and the cost centers and things like that out of the back office system and push it up to the web. But if you'd like more details on that, just contact our sales department. So we'll leave that blank for the time being and we'll click Save. And the customer is created. So a few things on this page. It gives you the account information, which is just the information we've set up. This field here will show you, or this tab will show you order statistics for this customer. And it will detail what they've spent this year, this month, this week, today. And it will break it down into nice things like average order values and, you know, credit card customers versus account customers. The Delivery Override tab opts specific customers out of the general delivery rules. So you might have a rule that says credit account customers get free delivery, but this guy gets opted out with that rule because we need to charge him $5.99 for delivery. You set that to active or enabled, hit save, and that customer gets opted out of the standard delivery rules. You can upload a customer's logo, so when they log in they see their logo. You can run some reports against the customer, some really nice reports in there. So you select your start date, your end date, the output type, which is, you know, HTML or Excel, and then go ahead and run the report that you want to run. And there's loads of stuff in there. You can break the spend and the activity up pretty much any way that you can possibly imagine. And you also have the ability to delete accounts, so you have to put your password in there, your password for the admin screen, and you get a little warning message just telling you that this is non-reversible and it's permanent. Now, That's how you set a customer up. We're now going to look at how you set some users up. So if we click on the users tab, so this is how we add additional users to this account. Now you can see that it's generated a user from the original registration that we've just made, and it's generated a default user. We're now going to go ahead and add an additional user to this account. So we click on add a new user, and we'll fill in the form. If there was multiple addresses, then you could select the default billing and shipping address for this user from the list, but we'll just leave it at the defaults. Put a telephone number in. Select the payment method for this account. Again, we'll select account customer. User enabled, receive newsletter set to yes, and we'll click save. So that's as we've added a new user to that account. We can select at this point the default cost center and department. One option we are going to have a look at is the user settings module. Now this decides what this user can and can't do when they log into the system. So to modify any of these functions, then we click on the edit user settings button. Now that's going to throw up a list of all the different functions that we hold against a user. So I'm going to quickly run through these. So administrator, yes or no. What that means is if administrator is set to yes, then that user gets access to the full list of options when they log in on the front end. If that's set to no, then they get a much restricted list of options. So for example, they can't run reports and set up cost centers and departments and do those sorts of things. Allow cost centers, yes or no. It's pretty straightforward. Allow departments, allow addresses. You know, are they allowed to view and select from multiple addresses and departments and cost centers? Contract lock, do they need to be locked into the contract list? This happens to be quite a popular requirement within larger businesses, where they want their users locked into their agreed list of products. So if that's set to yes, then when the customer or the user logs in on the front end, it will take them straight to the contract list as opposed to the standard My Account screen, and they won't be able to do anything except buy from that and get off. Enforce cost centers. What this means is the system's going to enforce you to make a cost center choice from the available options. So you can't not put a cost center against each line in the basket. And this is a new function we've added in, and this is basically the ability to send orders that have non-contract items in them for authorization, if that's set to yes. Then we come to the budget controls. So we've got maximum total order value allowed, and then maximum spend within a specific time frame. So you could say, for example, this user can place orders up to £100 or £1,000 every month. Okay. And then we want the budget to start on the 1st of next month. So that's an example of how the budget controls. So the orders will go through fine until they breach one of those restrictions, and then the orders will go to the authorized by contacts. So what this is saying is when you breach that budget control, send these orders to someone else in the hierarchy. This flag, all orders need authorization, is pretty self-explanatory. It will basically send every single order you place to the defined authorizer in this field here for authorization. Underneath that, you can define a default cost center and department for each user if you use cost centers and departments. And that's pretty much user settings. So we go ahead and click save.